So here's a true ongoing case that we've got with one of my mentors at the moment. So he's found a block of 6 flats. He's paying $375 for it. GDV is around $650. He's been sitting on there since November last year when he was doing my course on a one-to-one with me, and we found that deal and we crunched the numbers. He went out and actually put the offer, which was accepted. Now this block has been owned by the same people, 2 brothers, probably for 50 years or something like that, a long time. Now the challenge he's faced now, he's on the crunch time where, like I said, he put an offer, it's been accepted since November 2024. We are now almost March 25. He's coming to the crunch time where the paperwork have come back. And what's happened is he wanted vacant possession on all 6 flats so that he can get in, get out and do the works and upgrade the value so he can get a GDV of 600 or 1,000 to take all his money out, 650 to take all of his money out. Now the challenge is, the lawyers are saying, well, hang on, we've got, right now, we're just at exchange exchange timelines, and he's about to pay, so he's asking me, okay, what should he do? So only 2 of the 6 flats have now been vacated. 2 will probably get vacated by the time he completes in a couple of months' time. And then the other 2 have got a contract, fixed term contract till August 2025. So the dilemma is, does he buy it with at least 4 out of 6 empty? But then as I was digging for information from him and we were having a conversation about the risk of doing that, it turns out that one of the tenants there is a friend of the landlord's, been there forever, and where the rent should be $650, he's paying £300, and they've already started to say they're not keen on, they don't want to pay any more money because they can't afford to pay any more rents, even though the rent around that area is £600. So it just started to sound like he's going to have a lot of issues with those tenants, if he needed to get either an increase in the rent or get them vacated so he can upgrade the property. So it turns out that, so one of the conversations I was having with him, I'm structuring one of my deals at the moment, which is a block of 6 flats, a shop, as follows. So I'm saying to the seller, here's 10% deposit, and I want it served notice on all tenants, so that by the time we come to completion, after the 6th flat, I want 4 out of the 6 vacant, so that then we can complete. So the same thing I'm saying to this guy, look, why don't you try and strike a deal with the sellers via your solicitor to say, that's not the deal that we agreed in November. Now, I would still like to proceed and buy it because the GDV is good. We can recycle the money out, title split them and create passive income through them. But I've said to him, now, instead of you taking on those 2 tenants and then going to court and having to fight doggedly, because the other thing is the agents, so the tenancies and the tenants will be managed by the sellers, so then they weren't agents. So you can imagine gaps in documentation was going to be everywhere, from tenancy agreement to deposit protection scheme to EICRs, gas set. So there's potentially a lot of problem he could be inheriting here. So I've said to him, look, structure the deal in this way. For your solicitors, say, I'm going to give you, the seller, I still want to buy it, 10% deposit, we exchange today. And that's £30,000. And as part of the contract, we then say, we want vacant possession, even if it's the August, we will wait till September, August, September, when those 2 fixed term contract ends, and that's when we will complete on the deal. In the meanwhile, the £30,000 stays with our lawyers as in an escrow account as such, and with a backstop in that contract to say, come August, September time, when the last 2 tenants should have left, if that has not happened, we have then reserved the right to cancel the contract, get all of our money back, and everybody walks away with no more cost to each other. Or you can then decide, I've sent to the mentee, you can then decide to then say, okay, well, I'll wait an extra month just in case there's some delays in the paperwork and stuff. So that's how you structure some of those deals. It's never a case of, this is a business, right? You're running a business, you're buying a business, you're buying an income. And that's what I'm teaching people to do. So not to just say, oh, I don't want to get involved. You can actually structure deals with sellers because they want to sell, you want to buy, and somewhere in between there is a negotiation to be had. So I hope this kind of gives you an idea when you're working with me on a one-to-one, how much, it's not just me telling you an information about title split. I'm actually hand-holding you. This is why my mentees succeed so much higher, because like this guy's rang me after 2 months after finishing the course. Right, this is the problem, what do you think? And we spent 15-20 minutes hashing out ideas, and we've now got a action plan that he's now going to use with the lawyers to put forward to the sellers. So if you're thinking about coming into properties and you think, God, I don't know what I'm doing, or I want to go into title split and I've read a book and I think I'm ready, guess what? There's a lot more things involved in buying blocks of flats. There's a lot more inherited problems you could be having if you don't know what to look out for. So be mindful of that. Courses are everywhere, right? You can go to any course, you can go to anything, but the problem is bumps and seats, 30 people in a room, you get all the same information. It's very different to what I offer here, which is 25 years experience, and I tell you specifically about the challenges you're facing, not a generic hypothetical situation. Just like this guy is buying something that he's hit a bump in the road. How do we navigate around it? What do we need to do? What can be done? And how to do it. So this is why I love how I've structured my one-to-one title splitting course with Liquidity Property Education. You can have a look on my website, and also if you're thinking that you've done buy-to-let, you've done HMO, you've done commercial conversion, most of my mentees are experienced landlords anyway. This is the next level of what was great in the 2000s for HMOs. It's now title split, buying blocks of flats, buying multiple units in one block, because you're then buying the income that comes with it. Thanks for watching. My name is Azid. I've been investing for the last 25 years in properties. We have we'll have hundreds of properties, hundreds of tenants, and we're managing for the last 25 years. And the exponential growth came in the last 15 years when I started to buy blocks of flats and following this title split strategy. I'm probably the only one in the country that actually not only does and buys, and I'm still a passive, I'm still an active investor in buying those blocks. In fact, we bought, I think we bought last year, we probably added another 100 units onto the portfolios. But not only am I doing it right now with a 5.5%, 6% interest rate, I'm also then be able to coach you through how you should then and are able to buy your passive income, so you can get out of whatever job you're doing, whatever situation you're in. You might be making some good money, but you need to find ways to then park that money so it grows and you get the compounding effect of that money. If you're interested, send me a link, a DM on any other social media platform, or email me azid@quidditygroup.co.uk, and I'll be able to help you structure maybe a call, and then we can have a conversation about what you need and how you can work together.